Good Friday morning, and thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet, the voice you know with the news you trust studio, sponsored by BASF and Veltima Fungicide. Proven number one for the toughest corn diseases with long-lasting residual when you need to be confident your fungicide will perform. I'm Dusty Sonnenberg reporting. Well, under cloudy skies, I've got a temperature of 58 degrees on the barn thermometer. Powered by soy biodiesel and thanks to Lice Mercantile, I had a great time visiting with everyone yesterday at the Pickaway County Fair. I even had a chance to enjoy some of Dale's favorite, Raiders homemade ice cream. Now, while I was there, I had the chance to visit with Von Cremins. He's president of the Fair Board, and we talked a little bit about some of the dramatic changes the fair has made over the last decade.
Well, 9 years ago, we were still in the old fairgrounds, and it was run down bad, and the commissioners had worked hard to try to develop a plan to revitalize the whole place. And so we got some group of people together. We ran for Fair Board, and we joined up with the commissioners. And after we ran that last fair at the old one, 2 weeks later, we tore it completely down, clear down, all new underground, all new everything. And in 10 months, we built 8 new buildings, completely done, complete new infrastructure. Everything's brand new on this side of the fairgrounds. It was a big undertaking, but we got it done.
Oh, that's got, some would say that's incredibly courageous. Others would say maybe incredibly crazy to have that much that you guys were able to accomplish. But like I said, just a beautiful facility that you've come. Obviously, a lot of work, not only physically making it happen, but on the fundraising side and everything it takes to put up structures like this.
Yeah, we had a full year of fundraising, and we raised about $6 million from local funding, and then the commissioners funded the rest of it. We have one big event a year that we have committed $1 million that the Fair Board runs, our Gunnapalooza. The Fair Board runs it, and we've committed $1 million in 10 years for it, and we're $100,000 away, and this is our 10th year Gunnapalooza. So those things are big. We went from having events here maybe 20 weeks out of the year, a weekend here and a weekend there, to we're really close to 45 weeks.
That's
something's going on. So we just next week. Fair ends on Sunday this week. Next week, the National Junior Limousine Show moves in. So we got to clean right up and go right on to it. They're here for 9 days.
No rest for the weary. On a given day, how many people come through the Pickaway County Fair, would you say? What's your typical attendance like?
About 5,000 with all the the daily passes and all that kind of stuff. About 5,000 normally.
Well, a lot of good things going on. Obviously, it takes a dedicated group of volunteers like yourself and your board, but also people with a lot of vision that are willing to have that vision for the future, put in the time and energy, and then make it happen. And then once it does, sticking with it to deliver and see it through. So hats off to you and your Fair Board. Again, my guest today is Von Cremins. We are at the Pickaway County Fair. Von, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Taking a look at what's making agricultural headlines at OhioAgNet.com, USDA's National Ag Statistics Service releases at least 38 official reports each month covering production, prices, stocks, processing, and crop progress. On top of that, the monthly World Ag Supply and Demand Estimates report that pulls everything together into a global outlook. OSU Extension Field Specialist in Farm Management Bruce Clevenger takes a look at the different reports and why they deserve our attention. Now, in other news, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, and its research partners are forecasting a moderate harmful algal bloom in western Lake Erie this summer. The annual report forecast was released just yesterday and projects the bloom could range from 3 to 4.5 on the severity index, placing it in the moderate category. You can learn more about these stories and more, as well as the latest in markets and weather, online at OhioAgNet.com. And a reminder, today's news feed was delivered to you by Eberts Field Seeds, delivering proven local seed performance to Ohio farmers. It's time to start planting Eberts. Call us at 937-473-2521 or visit us online at ebertseeds.com. That's EBBERTS seeds.com. Well, let's take a look now at your Friday and through the weekend weather forecast. This weather update brought to us by Seed Consultants. You can learn more online at seedconsultants.com.
Showers and storms working toward the state of Ohio today. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Well, let's take a look at that Ohio Ag weather update. A significant storm complex exited Kansas and moved into Missouri, southern Iowa overnight last night. It's streaking through Illinois today and into Indiana. As that leading edge gets into Indiana, showers will start and then thunderstorms come later. Same story for Ohio. As we approach late afternoon here, showers start first in west central and southwestern parts of the state, spread across the rest of the state overnight through tomorrow. I still do think there is a threat of strong to severe weather in here. Right now, I'm targeting central to southwest parts of Ohio for the best chances. That could change. It really comes down to who has the best fit, the best conditions for thunderstorms to thrive as we come out of the overnight and into tomorrow morning. All in, all done. 1/2 to 2 inches of rain here coming over the next couple of days. We dry down for Sunday. We are hot and humid all of next week. I'm Ryan Martin.
Thanks, Ryan. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more after this.
Ohio farmers, we know summer means long days in the field and plenty of work still to do. And the Ohio AgNet wants to bring lunch to your farm. The Feeding Farmers contest is back this summer, and we'll be choosing farms across Ohio for a visit from the Ohio AgNet, along with free lunch for your farm, family, and crew. Get entered today at ohioagnet.com/feedingfarmers. Feeding Farmers is brought to you by Ag Revolution, Paradise Energy Solutions, Tempty, and the Ohio AgNet.
Let's check in now with Allison Kinney as she tells us more about the O Farmer organization.
Joining me today is Michael Watercutter. He's a Shelby County farmer, but also a conservation agronomist for Mercer Landmark. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Yep, thank you for having me.
So today we're at an Ohio No-Till Field Day event here in Seneca County, and you just introduced the O Farmer organization. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so O Farmer is just an organization built by farmers, and it's just going to be a farmer-to-farmer peer group. We started this back in, I think, August or September of last year, just trying to form it together and see what we could do to just have a peer group together to where if farmers have questions about how to get more into regenerative, sustainable ag practices, they have somewhere to go to and get some mentors to contact in their area. So we have a group of about, I think, 6 board members right now. We're continuing to look for another board member kind of in that southeast area of Ohio. But yeah, right now we're just trying to form this organization over the next few months to be able to have some promotionals come out.
What are the goals with O Farmer? Obviously you said like a peer group, how do farmers get involved in that?
Yeah, so right now we're still getting everything together. We're getting our bylaws figured out. We just got our logo this past week, so that was exciting. Just getting the website started up here. So over the next 2 months here, hopefully we'll have some more information out there to where farmers can come and find us via, if it's the website, email, hopefully maybe some social media stuff coming out here. Ohio No-Till Council has been very gracious to help us kind of help get started, along with the Nature Conservancy as well. So probably working with one of those 2 organizations to kind of find us. But yeah, hopefully over the next few months we'll be able to have some more stuff out there to contact us regularly.
And we keep saying O Farmer. What does that stand for?
Yeah, Ohio Farmers Advancing Regenerative Methods. So again, we're just trying to have a spot where we have mentors to where we can have other farmers come in and get some advice around different problems or just getting started in the regenerative, sustainable ag programs.
And you keep saying mentors. Who are those people going to be that farmers are going to want to contact and have answer their questions?
Yep. So these farmers have been doing some of these practices or regenerative ag practices for a while. We have about 6 board members and a few other members that were part of TNC's group as well. We're just farmers that have been probably doing this for a little bit longer, have gone through some of these trials and problems, learning experiences is the way I like to phrase it, that we can just come together and in our certain regions and just help farmers get into that spot where they want to be in regenerative, sustainable ag.
And you have those 6 board members. You keep mentioning regions. Is that across the entire state, focusing on one section? Or?
Nope, across the entire state. So I'm kind of a board member of the West Central, Northwest area. We have our president is over in the Northeast area, just south of Akron area, I believe. So we cover pretty much the whole state, but right now we're still looking for that Southeast area. So hopefully somebody might be watching this, might be at an event and kind of hears about O Farm. Like to be kind of help with being a board member, be a mentor for a while and then become a board member. that'd be great. We're looking for that southeast area again. Yep.
And I mentioned that you were going to partner with Ohio No-Till Council and the Nature Conservancy, for people to be able to find you. But in the future, where can they find you if they're interested?
Yeah, so hopefully we'll have a O-Farm website that comes out here in the next few months. We're still designing that and everything. Again, we'll probably have some social media, Facebook, and then we'll probably have a website to where you can get an email from there as well. So more to come over the next few months. So stick around with TNC, Ohio No-Till Council, hopefully Ohio AgNet as well, and we'll have some stuff out there to be able to find us.
And joining me again today is Michael Watercutter, a conservation agronomist and farmer and board member of O-Farmer. We're coming to you from Seneca County in a field day. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Allison. Well, let's catch up now with Joe Everett as he takes a look at that Supreme Court ruling dealing with Bayer and Roundup.
The U.S. Supreme Court has ruled in favor of Bayer in a major Roundup case, saying federal law takes priority over state failure to warn claims when the EPA has already determined a product's label is appropriate. The 7-2 decision is expected to have a big impact on current and future lawsuits involving glyphosate, the active ingredient in Roundup. Bayer says the ruling provides much-needed regulatory certainty and will help protect innovation and affordable food production. Farm groups, including the American Soybean Association and the National Corn Growers Association, also praised the decision. They say farmers rely on consistent, science-based federal regulations and warn that allowing individual states to require different warning labels could create confusion, increase cost, and limit access to important crop protection tools. The decision is being viewed as a significant win for agriculture. To learn more, you can find this full article today at ohioagnet.com. For the Ohio AgNet, I'm Joe Everett reporting.
Thanks, Joe. Stay tuned. We'll be back to take a look at your markets after this.
Looking for heavy equipment but don't know where to buy? Purple Wave Auction has you covered. Always online and always no reserve. It's your destination for construction or ag equipment ready to work. We even sell semis, trailers, and fleet equipment for your operation. Best part? It's free to join. Head to purplewave.com. That's purplewave.com. Sign up for a free account and start bidding today. Purple Wave Auction, the easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment.
If your summer road trip leads you to Ohio's farm country, be sure to share the road with Ohio's farmers. Farm machinery moves slowly, makes wide turns, and needs extra space to avoid obstacles like mailboxes and guardrails. Let's all be mindful and make sure everyone gets home safe and sound this year. This message brought to you by the Ohio AgNet, OSU Extension Ag Safety and Health Team, and this station.
A couple quick calendar reminders powered by Soy Biodiesel. Join us at the Marion County Fair on Monday thanks to Nature's Premium Liquid Fertilizers since 1946. And don't miss Dye Real Estate and Land Company's July Consignment Auction. That's on July 14th at the Putnam County Fairgrounds. To learn more, go to dyerealestate.com or call them at 419-721-3497. Let's take a look at what's impacting the grain markets. Today's market analysis is brought to you by the Louis Dreyfus Company. Excited to bring a brand new soybean crush facility to Upper Sandusky, Ohio. Learn more about marketing your soybeans with LDC at 574-566-2113.
Grain markets finished mostly higher yesterday. A bit of a surprise when you get into the soy complex and what it did. Soybeans up 18 to 22 cents as we finished out business yesterday. Corn came along for a ride, 7 to 8 higher. And wheat, after languishing for much of the session, finally closed about a nickel higher, both in Chicago and KC. Spring wheat did not come along for the ride. An upper level ridge going to be drying things down, heating things up all the way into mid-July. We're going to be feeling that ridge with at least the hot and humid air underneath it coming in our neck of the woods as well. Is that going to be a story for pollination? Well, it depends on how far along you are. Here in our neck of the woods, I'm not sure it's doing a whole lot because we just haven't seen much grow as of late on corn at least. China showed on the Thursday weekly export sales report purchasing 200,000 metric tons of U.S. soybeans last week. Another 529,000 tons sold to unknown. That got the market excited. I'm Ryan Martin.
Thanks, Ryan. Well, let's take a look now at those closing market numbers brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance. You can learn more online at seedconsultants.com. July corn closed the day up 7 3/4 cents, with December new crop corn up 8 1/4. July soybeans closed the day up 18 3/4 cents, while November new crop beans were up 22 cents. July Kansas City wheat closed up 3 1/4 cents, while July Chicago wheat was up 5 1/4. July Minneapolis wheat up 3 cents at the end of the day. Now turning to the overnight trade, July corn is down 3/4 of a penny at $4.14. December new crop corn is down 1/4 penny at $4.42 3/4. July soybeans trading down a nickel at 11.22 1/2, with November new crop beans down 5 1/4 cents at 11.51 3/4, and wheat for July currently 4 cents lower at $5.87. Don't forget more ag news and weather online at ohioagnet.com. You're listening to the Ohio AgNet.